Hi, welcome. I'm going to start a series of tutorials, I think. So basically, where shall we start? LSPDFR. What is LSPDFR? LSPDFR is a mod that you find on LCPDFR. It is modding GTA 5. You need a GTA 5 retail or Steam. It will not work on a pirate copy, and you will not get support for pirate copies. It's only a couple of pence now. It's quite cheap, so go out and buy one. So disclaimer: anything I say right now and anything you do as a result of what I say, if it buggers up your computer, I'm afraid tough titties, because it is temperamental, and therefore always back up original files. So basically, let's go for a quick overview, shall we? So this is the LSPDFR website, where you get a lot of mods and a lot of cars and the actual program. So you go to downloads and you will see automatic roadblocks, all this stuff. Ignore it if you're first starting out. Ignore it. You go to LSPDFR tab, and this is where you get it. You download it. I recommend download manual. Do not download the automatic install. We'll get to all that in a minute or later. So I'm taking that you know how to download stuff from a computer. If you don't know how to download this, if you're lost already, YouTube, lots of videos on there. You're not up to the standard to start modding yet, without a doubt. It's not the same as, oh, let's play LSPDFR, it's a game. It's not. You are modding another game, and they don't want you to do it. So it's not that simple. Okay, so that's where you get it from. In order for it to work, you need Scripthook 5, and it comes now with the download. It comes with the RageHook plugin. So there's three main files you need to run just the basic one, not any mods or any British police or anything like that. This is just the basic thing to get it running. So if you just go to Google and you stick in Scripthook 5, which I spelt wrong, but there it is, Scripthook 5, download the latest one. There we go, just like that. I will put the links in the bottom, and you also need the latest native. So most plugins come with a native AUI or UI. There we go, and it's on GitHub, and there's the latest one, 1.19 release. So if you download this, when you put any plugins in, when we get to that chapter, don't put in the native UI that comes with the plugin. I will reiterate that when we get to it. So there are lots of YouTube tutorials on how to install it. So I'm just explaining it. I'm not going to show you how to install it. It's dead simple. There's documentations with it to follow it. No problem. There's one other program you will need, is OpenIV. So if we again search the Tinternet and we go for OpenIV, there we go, OpenIV, the ultimate modded tool. Download 4.1. There you go. You can donate if you feel like it. It is a cracking bit of tool, and that will be the next chapter. Okay, chapter 2. Go to your Steam, wherever your game is, You can go to the folder from the Steam menu, or if you're retail like myself, go to where you've installed it. If you don't know where you've installed it, again, you're below the required knowledge. You need to learn all this basic stuff. I'm not going to show you the basic stuff. There's plenty of YouTube videos on that. So, as you can see, I have got a plugins folder, I've got a mods folder, and I've got other mods folders. So it will only run this mods folder, so you can switch from one setup to another. That's way advanced. And you have ELS. So to install ELS, just look at YouTube. It'll tell you how to do it. It's literally drag and drop. Without ELS, a lot of the cars, the blue lights won't work. Basically, that's what ELS does. So that's if you go into the mods folder, there are certain files that you need to copy across to start off with. I'm not going to go into that because there's another tutorial on YouTube on how to install it. No problem. There's plenty out there. There's no need to repeat everything. But I just thought I'd explain OpenIV now in this chapter. OpenIV is the tool you use to go into the game and modify it. Now you can modify it without having a mods folder. So when you first get OpenIV, you click on the 5 windows and it will find your folder for you, and it will open up and it will look like this, and you will have a mods folder. And so basically it's just it's like a browser, I suppose you could say. It's like a file explorer. Anyway, didn't want to do that. It's like a file explorer, yeah. But it allows you to edit files that Windows cannot read. If I open up my folder, go to mods, and if I go to any of these files, and there you go, Windows can't read it. And that's what you need to get into these RPFs. So you have to click on edit mode if you haven't already set the options for it to automatically default load like that. So what have we got? Mods and plugins. What's the difference? In the mods folder goes vehicles and officers. In the plugins goes callouts. So let's go into my mods folder and explain what's what. So as you add stuff into your game, OpenIV will copy it from the game into your mods folder for you. So if you go into my update into 64, the download packs, that's all I've got. You don't need every download pack. You don't have to copy everything across. So your mods folder will, the OpenIV copies what you need into as you edit your mods. So this is about putting different police cars in from the basic job. So if you have just installed LSPDFR and you've got nothing in a mods folder, it will run. LSPDFR is in the game, it's been put in, and it will run, and it's non-ELS, so you don't need a mods folder to run the basic American LSPDFR. So basically we are now modding it twice. This is the big crunch as such. You are modding GTA 5 with LSPDFR, and then with your mods folder you are now modding LSPDFR. So you're changing the basic vehicles. So to explain again, we'll go back to OpenIV. Okay, to explain locations of where the vehicles are, you get to know them. So X64E, if you hit that key, then go to levels, then go to GTA 5, and then go to vehicles. In this folder is your ambulance, police 1, police 4, police old 1, police old 2, and the van, policeette, and pranger. They're the only ones that work. This is why it all gets confusing. So if I go down to police, and we got sheriff 2 in that, I can explain that one as well. So we've got several slots that you've got to fill in. So your vehicles will come sometimes with a police 3, and it's been made to go into the police 3 when you get your vehicle from GTA 5. Helps if I know the alphabet. PQRST. Right, so police is in this folder. So if I open up the fragment, there you have the Margarda Ford Mondeo. So to change the vehicle, you have to come over, click edit, come over here, click add, oh, it's a bit slow today, right, and go to wherever you've downloaded the vehicle to. I'm not showing you where to download it to. You should have a filing system, and for argument's sake I'm going to pick Garda Ford Focus IRV, and it's police 2. Well, you can rename that to police and put it in there if you wanted it in that slot, but I've got vehicles already for every slot, as it were. So let's come down to another one that I know will go in there. If I can find it. Where are we? Where's my... There we are. There we go. So it's also got police 2 as well. You can just copy them. So if I wanted that as police old 1, you can rename it, copy it, duplicate it. So you highlight the police ones and you click open, and then that will, it's the same vehicle still, I've just put back in again. So if I go to police 2 here, you will see it's an American car. This file is not used, and you'll find police 2s all over the place. So you think to yourself, well, how do I know which slot and where is it going to go? Well, OpenIV's got a fantastic function called F3. Control and F3, I should say. So if you type in here, it's not 100%, but type in here police 2 underscore high. So whatever vehicle name you underscore and high, it's easier. Search in your mod folders only to start off with. Click search. And there you go. It says it's in patch day 1. Well, for some reason, that's a bit of an anomaly. Mine runs on patch day 3. But the top one should be where you put it. But it doesn't hurt. You can put it in all 3 places. But so you go to patch day 3, double click on it, and there is my police 2. Good old Ford Escort. Oh, Escort. Showing me age there. Focus. So police 3. What's this police 3? Oh, look, it's American again. So you go back to F3. Stop the search. Change that to 3. And then it should come up with patch day 4, I think. If I remember rightly. Sometimes it doesn't show up until you say stop search. There you go. So it's showing patch day 3 where it should go, but it doesn't, not on my game. It goes in patch day 4. So it doesn't hurt to put them in all 3. It's easier to scroll through using the search. So there you go. There's the one that works. So that's basically where the vehicles go. Now, where do the pedestrians go? Well, they go into models. So you go back to your mods folder, and most of them are in 64E. Again, and then you go to models, and you go to CD images, and there you got a list of all your components. So SMY cop is in patch day 9, but SMY sheriff is in here. So if you look at SMY cop and you click on a drawable, they've got different names now. There's his upper. That's definitely not Garda, is it? So if you were to click again, copy that name to save you typing all the lower scores, press Control and F3, go back to paste it in there. I'm going to click stop again because obviously it's done it, it's not showing up. There you go, patch day 9, it's correct. And it's brought out the YFT and the YDDs, doesn't matter much. So there you go, this is my, there we go, that's your Garda cop. So he's in patch day 9. So whatever your officers are that you're downloading, you can rename them. Be very careful that you've got the typing right. So that's where you, exactly the same as vehicles, how you find where to put your pedestrians, or your officers, I should say. The same goes for any building file or any shop or anything like that that you download. So that's your quick oversight. If you want, join my Discord and drop in the suggestions topic, anything further, greater details. Now we're going to move on to plugins. Right, plugins. It's very similar to how when you actually install LSPDFR. I'll make this a smaller window now. If I go to my mods folder and in 0.4 mods, you can see when you download LSPDFR manual, there it is, manual install, open it up. I said I wasn't going to show you how to install it, but it's all part and parcel. So you start off with your manual install. So you highlight all of these. And so you get a plugins folder. OpenIV will create one thing I forgot to show you actually. Anyway, so you just drag these, drop them. Make sure you got a shortcut for GTA 5 on your desktop. It makes life so much easier. Just drop and drag them in there. I'm not going to do it because it'll just overwrite everything. And then you do the same for ScriptHook 5. Open up his file. You don't need the native trainer. I suggest you download Simple Trainer from GTA 5. So you just highlight these two, drop them over there again into, and then the same for your native UI, which you downloaded from GitHub. There we go. And put these two files in. Don't put the readmes in. So you can do it from the RARs. You don't actually have to unpack them. I strongly recommend Heap Adjuster. Just Google it, you'll find it. It's on GTA 5 mods. And Packet Limit Adjuster file. And also a change of game config. This one, if you search on lspdfr.com for coastal callouts, in that description, the author PWR Parks or whatever his name is has done. He changes his config every time there's an update, and that you need that config for coastal callouts to work. So you might as well use that one anyway. So just a quick recap back to OpenIV. When you first start up OpenIV, it will come up with a blue window here saying go to ASI Manager, which click on it, which is the same as doing this. And before you do anything else, install the ASI loader, open IV and open camera, so you can adjust camera further angles in when you do any editing, Rockstar Editor. So you do that first. Sorry, forgot about that a little bit. So that's right at the beginning, before after you've installed LSPDFR. Well, the first time you open OpenIV, do that. So back to plugins. What are plugins? Plugins are callouts. So let's just take this one for instance. Well, plugins are callouts, and some are like this one as a heli assistant, so you can call a helicopter. So that everyone comes with a document. So we would just put in. So we do stop the PED, which is stop the PED and ultimate backup, which they supplement the menu in LSPDFR so you can stop people better. So if you open up stop the PED RAR, it comes with a plugins folder like that. So you don't even have to go into the plugins folder, but you can do. There's all these extra bits that are in there. So to install them, if you've got your shortcut there, you already have a plugins folder because you've installed it. That comes with LSPDFR. So rather than drag that, you can drag that to there, but you just drag it to Grand Theft Auto and it will say replace them. I'm not going to replace them, but it will just put them in there. And that's literally how you install them. So if you go back now to adjust them, you go to your plugins. As you can see, I've got quite a few. And you go to stop the PED. Here is stop the PED INI. Someone was asking earlier on my Discord, what buttons do I press? Read the INIs that come with them. You can adjust them. So key bindings are these. So if you want to open the menu for pedestrians, you press X. I've changed mine. I think it's B actually. And then you got your buttons. So you can change these. You tap it twice, D-pad right to stop the pedestrian. Then if you want to open up the context menu so that you can do a vehicle check, PED check, search him and all that old malarkey, it's D-pad left and button A at the same time. So you can change all these to whatever suits you. I'd leave most of them as a default unless you get a conflict. That's the best way. So the sprint is a button Y. So take a while to read them, get to know them. And then you can change all the probabilities, take over arrests. So so they do all the arrests for you if you chase someone. You can come down here. You can change weapons for realistic weapons, calm the PED, prisoners transport, but you don't have to worry about that because ultimate backup does prisoners transport. Come down for the model number, model for your coroner's unit. I've changed, its default is Speedo. I use Speedo 2 because a lot of plugins use Speedo as the bandit car. So you don't want to be chasing your coroner's van around. Then you've got the tow trucks, which has got standard vehicles. You can change the vehicles if you want to, but leave them like they are. Just change the vehicles using OpenIV. Then you got these are all 0000. So 0000. So you have to adjust where your vehicle is going to sit on there. Depends on what your vehicle is as to how it sits. Bit of trial and error. So there you go. Animal control is Rebel 2. So go use OpenIV to find Rebel 2. So I'll show you quickly do that. So you go to OpenIV. Mode. Control and F3. So you got Rebel. Did I say Rebel 2? Doesn't matter really much. High. Stick that in there. If it hasn't come up after a couple of seconds, sometimes it's just a little glitch it's got. Just press stop. There we go. And it's in 64E. So you double click on that. You go to Rebel 2. and that'll be the vehicle that it comes. In fact, it's just Rebel actually. It's not Rebel 2 because I have actually changed it. So let's just go back and show you the one that I've actually put in. I think no. What's it? And oh, it's probably what have I got here? It is Rebel 2. It must be overtaken by Ultimate Backup then, because it's a different vehicle. Anyway, unless I haven't changed it soon. But so you just use OpenIV to go to Rebel and change the vehicle to whatever you want. Installing a different vehicle in there, a van or something with RSPCA written on it or something like that. So there's plenty of work for you to do. So your call-outs go in the same as to stop the PED. So for instance, section 136 call-outs requires scripthook5.net, completely different system and a script file now, a completely different lesson. I'll read the instructions, simple as that. So regular call-outs, we open it up, and you can open up for me. There we go. So you've got plugins and an LSPDFR. Rated, that's included, but don't need to change it because you've already put it in. So just don't ignore the Rage native UIs that come with them, providing you've installed the first one earlier in the video. So the plugins and the LSPDFR have to be copied across. The reason, if you go to your GTA folder, go to LSPDFR, the reason is these are audio files. There we go. Assorted callouts, emergency callouts, grammar police audio, maniac callouts. So if I go in here, scanner, regular callouts and crimes, so that they have their own audio files. If they don't have an LSPDFR folder, that's fine, but it will just use standard audio or whatever. So that's a brief insight to LSPDFR. I say brief, God knows how long I've been rabbiting for. And please drop me suggestions. Anything particular you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll knock a video out for you. Thank you.